Welcome to everything you need to know about the season change in F1 Clash. We are going to soon transition from the 2024 season into F1 Clash 2025. Now, I know some players are expecting this change already. F1 Clash is one of the earliest games, if not the earliest game, to change its season, bring out a new life of the game ahead of the likes of F1 24 on console or PC also. So this is the earliest season change that we get in F1, and it is here in F1 Clash. Now, if you are a historic continuous yearly player, you're going to know mostly what's covered in the season change, but we're going to make sure we give as much advice to you as possible for all newer players, and we're also going to predict when we think the F1 Clash season of 2025 will start and why we believe we know roughly the date as well. So let's get stuck into it. And first of all, how excited are you all to see the following? That is not a 2025 sneak peek. That is what potentially we are going to have to get used to. Seeing Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari race suit in F1 Clash. That is going to take some very big getting used to. Quite exciting. Nice little freshen up. So, let's talk 2024 end of season first of all. Okay, so we know we have the season score challenges out there at the moment. They are designed for us to try and get enough CC points to start the season, get an early sort of progression with a crate, some reduction crate timer power up for X amount of days, and you also get some CC points to spend in the CC store, so you can unlock your favourite asset early if you have enough points. So that, first of all, is something that you have to drive towards the end of this season. Now, what happens though at the end of the season? So there's a few things that will change. We don't know the full gameplay changes, if any, as of yet, but there's a few things that you need to keep an eye out on, okay? So any crates that are currently unlocking, let's say on the final day of the season, you need to open them before you transition into the new season. They will not carry over. Anything from the pit pass in the next month that you do not claim, if you claim a power-up just before the season ends, it will not carry over to the new season. So there's no smart way about it. You need to make sure you claim everything so that you've got everything ready to go for the new season. Now, what carries over into the new season? What do you need? Well, your books. So the top right, B, green, the opposite to coins, the cash alternative. Books carries over to the new season. So any cash books you've got, they will follow. You will also have any liveries that you got. So if you have got permanent unlocks in the liveries, they will also carry over to you. So you need to make sure that you've got your favourite liveries from the pit pass, and that will also then carry on through. So your favourite liveries will not be lost. They will be able to be selected however many years you have been playing. And then next season we'll start to earn some more new liveries. What else will go? The main feature, boosts. So your boosts will also carry over. They do not need to be used this season. You can carry these over to the new ones. What I recommend is take a screenshot of all your boosts the last day of the season when we found out the date, and then make sure that they transition correctly over. At the moment, that is absolutely spot on. You just take a screenshot and move. So you've got your books, you've got your car liveries, and you've also got your boosts that are going to carry over. Your coins won't carry over. They will convert into season score CC points. So remember that as well. So basically, any cash spending you do this year, if you go and buy crates now, kind of could feel like a waste. It's not going to be for this season, but it's a very, very short-term investment going forward. So that's the one thing that you do have to think about. Now, what are we going to get in the new season? We've obviously explained already. We're going to get a bunch of new drivers. We're going to get driver team changes as well. So you'll expect to see Lewis Hamilton in them Ferrari colours. You'll have 5 rookies in the game as well. You're going to have your Antonelli, your Bortolettos, your Hadjars. You're going to have a load of new drivers that are going to be entered and replace the old drivers that are in there. So you're likely going to see that Colapinto will be removed, Kevin Magnussen will be removed, Zhou Guanyu will be removed, Bottas will be removed. Them four, gone, done, and dusted. Obviously, Lawson could be in Red Bull or Racing Bulls. We ain't got a clue what's happening at the moment. So a lot of changes will occur. We're going to get a load of new drivers and we're going to get a load of new car parts. So all these car parts that you've seen all through the year, they are going to be replaced by a new 2025 version. So we're going to have to learn how everything works. What are the best parts? What are the best drivers? Yet again. And remember, going back to these parts and drivers, we do not know the series that they are going to be unlocked going forward. Is Hamilton going to be a Series 12 driver still? Obviously, Perez is no longer here. Is Sainz, now he's in Williams, going to be a Series 11 driver? Will Albon still remain a Series, 11? So there's a lot of questions about who and where is going to be in the new season. Legendary drivers, they will reset. They might not be there day one. We don't know. Often legendary drivers come a little bit later. It depends on what Hutch has decided and agreed with F1 at this point. So legendary drivers could be here. They might not. If they're the same, they're going to be back to square one. Obviously, your rewards from your milestones will all disappear and they will restart. So make sure to claim all of these and get the use out of them before the end of the season. So the best way to look at it is a brand new game, but your books, liveries and boosts all carry over. So at the minute, you're racing to the end of the season to get as much season score possible to then bring into the new season. The question is, and a big tip that we need to tell you about. Do not stop racing till the end of the season. Why? Because in season score, your weekly league gives you 100% to be in Legend. And if you are in any of these, you do not, in the final week, want to get demoted. Because the game will not start again to allow you the chance to get promoted. You need to keep promotion on the final Sunday going into the new season. You need to be in that top league. That is key. So on that Monday, you need to have been promoted to the highest division you can get. If you stop racing, you may get demoted and you might then drop one of these crucial aspects. So make sure to check that one. Please do not get demoted from your league. Now, when do we think the F1 Clash season is going to start? Over the past couple of years, there has been the same sort of date commitment by Hutch. Now, even though they don't announce it, and there's a lot of guesswork in this, it seems to be the same every single year. So the latest event that has currently been announced is this, the Miami Legendary event. This is looking like the last event of the season. Now, if I move my fat head, you can see April the 30th to the 4th of May. That is the duration of this Miami Legendary event. So with that being the case, I'll put myself over here. May the 4th, when it completes, which May the 4th, by the way, is currently a Sunday, that is roughly when I expect the end of the season. So what you're going to get for the last GP is we're going to do the whole GP from the 30th of April to the 4th of May on the Sunday. On the Monday, the 5th of May, your weekly league will update. Your GP rewards will complete. You'll be able to gain your GP rewards. So that is on Monday, the 5th of May. Later on that day, I expect the servers and F1 Clash to go down. By planned. They will go down and you will not be able to access the game. So that will happen on the late Monday afternoon maybe. Could even happen on a Tuesday. Let's give ourselves a little bit of leeway in our guesswork here. So Monday the 5th of May or Tuesday the 6th of May, we're going to see the game go down. Now what they'll do in the background is they'll start loading all the new parts, the new season drivers, the new upgrades to the game that they've done. And then I expect either on the 6th of May afternoon UK time or the 7th of May on the Wednesday, I expect to see the launch of F1 Clash 2025. I don't see it being any later than that. It hasn't in the past. It's always been around the Tuesday or the Wednesday, that 6th or 7th range of the month in the previous years. 6th or 7th of May, I expect we will be launching our F1 Clash 2025 season. Now remember, there is going to be a lot of teasers. Hutch will announce the updates before the season goes, so we're going to know exactly what we are getting from this new season when it launches. So keep your eye on all socials that are out there, because we're going to get a good understanding of the game before it goes live and to see what the changes that have happened. But that is what happens. But the keyest, biggest part is that you need to be following me, subscribe to me, because we will help release all the season changes when we get notified of them that we are allowed, or we learn of them by social media. So we'll jump on the Hutch bandwagon and try and share as much as we can when we see it. And be here for the new season. We will be live streaming on the day of launch. We'll be live streaming every night. We will be absolutely drilling the best techniques straight away. So make sure to come join us back around that 6th or 7th of May, I'm guessing. And we're going to get F1 Clash 2025 off to a absolutely phenomenal start.